Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. Most amazing, beautiful viewers. I am so blessed to be here doing your reading, and I can't wait to see what is this unexpected event that's going to drastically sort of change your world, your life. So this is going to be quite a powerful reading. And a great way for me to segue into, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. My last reading there, I think I've tapped into the message for me specifically, which was to pull back my energy and really just sit with my own self so that I can recoup and provide you guys obviously with readings as they are needed. But I feel I am required to take a little break here and have been promised by Spirit a little reprieve, and I'm looking forward to it. So this will be a nice way to sort of keep you guys, you know, I don't know, wherever you guys are sort of at until I come back. And I don't know, maybe I just need a day, a week, a month, I don't know. Probably not very long, okay? So, but I'll certainly be back. But let's look at what Spirit is giving us in regards to these three options for your pick card to see what is this next unexpected event that's going to drastically change your world, your life here in a significant way. Spirit, clear and concise message. What is the third option here for the viewer? So, beautiful viewers, we have three options. Use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is right for you. Only you can do this, okay? And we will be flipping these cards around. So if at any point you're pulled to option 1, 2, or 3, you can do so by selecting the timestamp. I have pre-shuffled oracle cards for each of these piles. I've not looked at them, and that will give you a chance to tap into the energy to see whether the messaging is right for you or not. So let's reveal these three cards and see what we see. Option 1 with nostalgia, you guys have developing photos. Developing photos. I don't take messages so literal. It's going to be the energy as it pulls through with the rest of the reading. Option number 2, you guys have sunrise. And option number 3, you guys have hanging out at the mall. Sit with this energy. If you're called to multiple piles, absolutely fine. You know, sometimes you could be pulled to all three, and that's fine. It's just that there's multiple messages, aspects, energy that's intertwined, but do use your intuition. And if you feel the messaging isn't resonating for you, you can leave that pile and go check out another one, okay? Don't force anything to fit, because this is an unexpected sort of event that drastically shifts your life. This isn't going to be for everyone, so we're not going to necessarily make it fit. So I feel as though the card layout should give you some guidance as to whether this is your message or not. Okay, so not every single reading has to fit your story or the collective I'm tapped into. So 1, 2, 3, I will let the video run for a bit, and I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, hello, beautiful, gorgeous angels. We have developing photos. Pile 1, we're looking at the next unexpected event that's going to drastically change your world, change your life. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you skipped it, you know, these messages aren't for everyone. Like, not every single tarot reading is going to be this, you know, grand thing that's happening in your world, unless of course it resonates for you. And so it's very important to kind of sit with your intuition. I will do the card layout. I'll give you a chance to do that, to see what you feel, see or hear, to determine whether the messaging is resonating for you and your energy. so that you know whether this message is for you. So at any point you could click on the channeled reading, okay, the main reading, which I'll put a timestamp where I channel what comes through, but don't force anything to fit, okay? And if it's confusing, then it's not your story. And if there are specific messages that don't quite fit, but the overall essence is something that makes sense to you, then it's still your reading. It's just a message for someone else who is needing to hear certain things in order for them to confirm that this is their reading, okay? So those of you guys who've been here know the drill. What I'm getting right away, you guys, is an energy of something you've been working on. You've been waiting and anticipating, you know, like with this developing photos, like, I don't know how old you guys are here, but I'm assuming I'm pulling a lot of people are probably my age, and I'm 1979. So for me, this is a very nostalgic, you know, and the anticipation here is always the, I guess, the not knowing what we're going to see when our roll of film is developed, like the photos we took, you know, of that party or that film we found that was, we don't know even what was in that roll of pictures that we took. So there's like an energy here of, one, either we don't know exactly what we're going to get back at all because it's totally a surprise, but we are waiting for this thing to sort of manifest and unfold. And for some of us, we're in that period of, I know exactly what it is that I'm going to see here, but I have to wait for a period of time in order for me to go pick up my film, you know. But we never really know until we flip through the pictures, and then we relive sort of that point in time when we took the picture. And it could have been, you know, the vacation we took a month ago or the day before, whenever we took those photos. But I'm getting like, it's been quite a journey here. So to put this all in practical terms, I feel as though you've gone through a certain journey. There's been a certain period of time. I feel there's great anticipation. Your harvest, your manifestation still hasn't come to fruition here. And I feel like there's a period of non-activity, yet we know we're about to receive. Because when we go there to drop off our film, we know that when we go back, there's going to be the pictures handed to us. But that's all we know. We don't know, you know, if the pictures turned out. We don't know how we're going to feel about the pictures. We might not even know which pictures are going to come out because we just found this roll. But there's a pause period here. So let's see what major event is this that's pulled through. So get out of your own way. All right. That's instruction. Truth. And birth. Look at the trees. Okay? Trees all about stability. And I feel like this is the length of time, that journey it took to grow the tree. And I feel we're waiting for harvest here. So are some of us waiting at the Walmart, you know, for the film lab to develop the pictures? I feel like we're maybe waiting there rather than, you know, letting the lab attendants sort of develop these pictures. Okay, let's see another tree. So we have love, birth, love, truth. Wowzers. Okay, and we have grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. So something's in the balance here. We handed our film, or we were on a journey. We were through an experience, and now something's hanging in the balance here. Okay, here we have a blank piece of paper and a pencil. So pencil is something we can always modify or change, but also the blank paper is a birth here because we're creating something. There's nothing here. It's a blank canvas, blank page. Make a mission statement for your soul, 58. or the number 13, which is about transformation. And you see a little mountain. Mountains could be obstacles that get in our way, in our path. And I'm getting the same energy here from this film, from this path, hitting some sort of, now we have no choice but to hand it over, you know, hand the film to the lab guy or here. And so I feel like we might be still standing there rather than handing it and then letting them sort of call us when it's ready, you know. And we don't know what we're going to see here with the blank canvas or what it is. Okay, so authentic self-expression with 24, or the number 6. 6 is the Lovers in the tarot, which is all about choice. We have Gemini, which ties back to self-expression, communication. We have Truth. Be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. Okay, and we have the Magic Touch. Wow, 39. Or the number 12. You are accessing true magic from deep within. And now we got the Truth pulling through. And we have surrender to the magic of who you are. You guys, you are accessing true magic from deep within. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. The beautiful pink right beside love and birth. And from the Akashic Tarot, we have the one of forces, the Akashic field. Oh my goodness. And here we have the Aurora Borealis, which some cultures believe that the souls of the ancestors kind of get trapped between worlds here and reflect to us as this Aurora Borealis to sort of guide us on our journey rather than be, you know, completely freed or released to the other world or the other side. They're kind of here to guide. And the tree is all about our ancestors or family line or lineage. The Akashic field. Okay, that's interesting. One of forces. And we have the waterfall, 6 of forces. Okay, this is like a true surrender here, a true handing of the film. Marriage, birth, love, marriage, yikes, and journey. Isn't that interesting? The journey, like I said. Okay, the teacher. Beautiful. Look at that. So we have Bob Ross sharing his insight, his wisdom here, his enlightened energy with someone who is learning how to create themselves. And here we have the talent. So in order to teach, we must understand our own sort of talent, the magic within us. And here we have the clock, which talks all about divine timing. Here it says 12:08. 12:08. Okay, so December 8th could certainly be important. And August 12th, which I feel is past already, if I'm not mistaken. Let me sit here with this energy so I can see what's this major life unexpected event here that's going to shift your world. Okay, wow, beautiful souls. This is really tied into a lot of my readings here, so those who have been resonating with my collective and this sort of enlightened energy here, I feel like you are really on your life's calling, your life's purpose here, okay? And it is providing a lot of enlightened information and healing into the collective around you, people around you. And this is coming through your own experience. And I feel like your experience has been a journey of self-discovery, connecting to your talents. Really, when we talk magic, this is connecting to the authentic part of self that is not tainted by constructs of the matrix. It is the truest form of self-expression that stems from who we truly are and what we're really here on earth to do. And in order for us to tap into this being of self, we generally go through a journey of suffering, okay, or an intense journey here, very intense, in order to find ourselves. And so I feel like a lot of you guys might have hit some sort of period here, an obstacle, a pause, a block, where we have no choice but to surrender to the divine in this journey. And I feel a lot of you guys, it could be a journey of love, you know, if we're on a twin flame journey, if we are on a journey that in life here that we've been trying to manifest and we've been very close to it, nurturing it, staying close to it. I feel we hit a part of this journey now where we can't no longer go alongside of that person or that thing. And so we're handing it over, or we're surrendering, or getting out of the way of the divine to make whatever the divine has to make of whatever that situation was, in order for us to shift our energy towards our life's purpose. Because now is the time that our spiritual gifts, our psychic abilities, our talent, what we learned from suffering, what we learned from this journey, we put it together and we pass along this experience, this whatever this is, to the people around us. Okay, the people around us that come to us, or soul tribe, or however means that we are able to be there of service for others as this beautiful teacher. Okay, and so I feel like this is our focus. And as we tap into supporting and delivering this sort of understanding, this enlightened information, this psychic healing, or whatever we're providing here with our talents, we are also healing. And we are also connecting to a greater part of love, which is the service to others that goes deeper than the love where we were sitting. Because I feel like we've opened our heart space, but now we're being pushed into an even greater awakening. And so we're being born here, and we're being birthed as this teacher that has been constructed through this experience that we've been sort of walking down this path, you know. And like I said, for a lot of you guys, it's been quite the journey. It's been quite the journey of lessons here, but I feel we're truly free and liberated by surrendering to the divine, the struggle. And so some of us are transitioning from the anticipation of seeing what will come of this, and jumping on to focusing on the part of self that is supposed to deliver this greatness to the world. And so it is written in the stars, and your ancestors are pulling through here, confirming, and your spirit guides and divine guidance saying this is your calling. This is what the journey was for, and everything's just begun here in your world. And so this beautiful manifestation that you've been working on, put it on hold. Let it sort itself out. The lab people have it under control, which is the divine. Do not get stuck waiting for when this will come or what will come of it. Because when you receive this, which you will receive, it's going to be the right time. And so at that point, you might not even remember that vacation or that film that you handed in anymore. Or you might be developing something next day. It could be ready next day. It could be ready that afternoon. It could be ready within the next couple of hours. It could be that this lab person loses your film. it could be that none of the pictures develop. It was an anticipation of something, but most of the time we get the pictures when we're supposed to get them. And we flip through them, and whatever it is that sort of pulls through here when we open those pictures will be unique to whatever that developing is. So something's developing. And so why this is a major sort of unexpected event here is because your transition to surrendering, giving to the divine, to the universe, your baby, because the journey has been one that's been very long. And so to say, I've invested so much of my effort, trust, love, dedication, and effort towards this, towards taking the right pictures at the right time, or whatever it was that you did here, and then handing it over and trusting that this won't get lost by the technician, trusting that you'll get this whenever you get it, and whatever you'll see is what you'll see here, in order to shift your focus towards going back to whatever, making supper or doing whatever you're doing. Except in this case, there is no making supper. This is true magical shit here that I'm seeing. This is spiritual enlightenment. This is you coming into union with self. This is you seeing sort of what this journey was for, to see the beauty in yourself, the love in which you are radiating out. The magic of who you truly are is radiating out. And so you're leading by example with this beautiful energy. And so now it begins. Your true journey begins. Blank canvas. And there is no mistakes because you have a pencil. You're learning. And you can erase. You can create whatever you want. But you're on this guided path. And so I feel like the careful handling here is one, saying this technician that's developing your photos is the divine. And so the divine understands to be careful with your prized possession here, whatever this thing is. I call it prized possession, although we know we don't possess anything, but we feel potentially very responsible. We feel very connected. We could still feel attached. Okay, so we need to remove the attachment, trust in the divine, that this is going to be carefully handled for the greatest good. And we have to watch how we're handling this transition over to focusing on surrendering as much as we can this baby, and focusing in on the blank canvas of what we're creating here, because now is the time. Okay, and like I said, for some of you guys, it could be that December 8th is very important here as a date. I know it's timeless, so whenever you see this, or it could have been August 12th, like I said, but we've passed that. I'm also hearing March 10th and October 3rd. So those could be significant dates for you guys. Anyway, back to the reading. So let's pull some tarot, because I feel like the event is really you surrendering and shifting your complete dedication and focus to this rebirth. And I feel you're liberated, but at the same time, there's still an attached string to this thing, because you took away a little, chit with a number on it, the little slip we get from the photo developing people to come back to pick up our film. And so we have it somewhere on us. Where do we put it? Do we lose it? Do we wait for them to call us to come pick up our film? We don't know, and I think this is the whole anticipation here as we focus on our soul mission. Okay, and the soul mission for all of you unique souls are going to be different, but I feel like we are healers, we're light workers. We're moving forward. So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 1. What is this message all about? This unexpected event that's going to completely shift for pile 1, their world. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. So we have 5 swords and we have Ace of Swords. Don't read bottom of the deck, reverse. So lots of swords energy here. We have the Page of Swords. So this is telling me the exact same thing. Lack of clarity, uncertainty, potentially a lack of vision, or not knowing where to take action has resulted in a 5 swords. Okay, and I feel I'm getting thrown back to this obstacle. I feel we hit an obstacle, the space, the can't no more down this path, because we can no longer see past that pathway. You know, like we're going on a journey and we hit that wall, that we have no other option. We take all the pictures and we have no more film left. The only thing we can do is go to the film place to develop our pictures. We hit that place, and so I feel like we couldn't see any further. There was a lack of clarity. We couldn't take action no further. And this was a 5 swords situation, because I feel we wanted to take action. We wanted to have clarity. We wanted to see. The last thing we wanted to do was just surrender, you know, in this journey, whatever this thing is. Yeah, look, King of Swords, more swords energy. I've never seen such a thing. Look at you guys. All these reversed swords. It really feels to me like I did this, I did that, I did this. And now I can no longer do anything because I don't see a way. There is no action I'm able to take or see, or there's no understanding I can make of this anymore. And the only thing I'm left with is this surrendering, free falling. Wow, lots of lack of clarity here in whatever this journey situation's been. So requires careful handling, because now it's like, how do I handle such a thing that I can't say anything, I can't do anything, because I'm unclear, uncertain, and there is no clarity here for me. Some of us might have been not wanting to accept some sort of truth, you know. And I feel like the 5 swords here does involve other people or many different aspects of this situation, like many different aspects that are needing to shift and transform in order for there to be shift. So many pictures in the role. And that's just sort of one thing here. I feel there's many things here transforming. 10 Pentacles in reverse. So look at that tree energy. And this one is in reverse. So like I said, the baby, the thing we were sort of building, whatever we were committed to here, you know, building that empire, the vision of the long-term thing. It's like I got to hand it over to this stranger in the white coat, kind of. Trust the universe blindly. Relinquish control, but I've been working and building, but I don't know what my future holds or what this is going to build for me at all. And so this is solely talking about this part, not necessarily this creation just yet. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. I can't go down this path no more, nor can I repeat any sort of cycles here, so there's no further I can go here. And here we have the 6 swords, so we have no choice but to move away. And the transformation happens with the Death, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you're transforming. I feel you're transformative for others around you, creating this massive transformation. And seeing all this desert, I feel like resources were really depleted. You might feel very depleted. Like you're your only sort of resource here. But I feel you have no choice but to move out of swords situation. Page swords, King swords. Ace of Swords, 5 Swords, 6 Swords. Like, you're coming out of the 5 Swords. There's nowhere you can go but to allow the transformation to happen in that connection, that situation, you know. And it doesn't require you. You don't know how to develop that film. You don't have the proper resources, equipment. You hit that obstacle. It's now in the hands of the divine. You can no longer carry on that journey with that person or that specific thing because you don't have the resources to either heal it, make it go any further, change it. You don't have any clarity in regards to what you're supposed to do, say, be, take action on. So now let's see then, because you surrender, because you shift, what do you sort of aim your focus on here? This beautiful, because I feel this birth is talking about you being born in another area, but also that this, I don't know, whatever the situation is that seems like a dead end, is being reborn and transformed into its own authentic expression of self. The photos are being developed. You know, it's going to be born as something. We're going to see it, but it requires time. Okay, so where is then pile one's focus shift here in this beautiful, magical teacher energy here? The talent, the self-expression, the marriage. Look at that, 5 Swords. And we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, we can't know more. We keep seeing the same thing. So yes, we know. Thank you, Spirit. There's the King of Wands. There's the entrepreneurial energy, focusing on what we can do. There's our confidence, our passion, our fire to do something. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and our confidence. There's the Chariot, we moving forward. That's victory. That's staying upright and balance. Cancer energy. 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's like the thing we couldn't emotionally walk away from, the thing that had us stuck, the obstacle, you know, hard to walk away, to part from. We've had no choice but to move on from. So showing same thing, but now here's the entrepreneur. Here's the person who is focusing on taking aim now, because all those swords in reverse had no aim. I don't know what to say, do, or vision of anything. The King of Wands has a vision. Has a vision here. Queen of Wands in reverse. Interesting. We have divine counterparts with the King and Queen of Wands, same suit, which always talk to me about divine counterparts. Now, it's not necessarily the gender so much as somebody's empowered to take aim in their life and someone's still in a mask, needing to find their true authentic expression. Okay, with this Queen of Wands in reverse. So you could certainly have been involved with a situation that wasn't authentically developed. Someone who was still wearing a mask, who wasn't authentic, and it's got in the way. 4 Swords, that's the pause, that's the gap, reflection, time to heal, or transformation happens. We deal with 3 Swords. We start to have to sit with our truth in order for us to know where we want to move towards. But I also feel this Queen of Wands, represented by the person who's wearing a mask here, who doesn't have a vision, isn't living in true authentic expression, is reflecting with a greater truth and with the 3 Swords. Here's the Hangman in reverse. So this is a period of limbo that comes to a stop, coming out of a period of limbo, or we're sitting here contemplating, gaining as much insight as we can so that we can commit to an idea, so we can take action. And here comes the King of Cups, and it's represented here by one big gold cup, which to me I'm getting the Ace of Cups, an emotional new beginning. King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So beautiful people. This is so layered. I feel like you have love and a creativity, or invested in someone or something that has to come to a stop in order for there to be transformation. That's been very challenging. And as you do this, you release it to God. You release it to the divine. You surrender. You move forward in what you only know to do here. Okay, and I feel like what you know to do is tied to your authentic expression. And this is mirrored with this situation or this person, and that is also needing to find some form of authentic expression in order for the period of limbo to stop. And I feel you get out of limbo, because in this situation you are in limbo, all reverse swords, not seeing, not understanding. And so I feel as you do this, as you share your creative love, your healing on the earth, this gold cup, your magic, gold in this desert, shining in the desert here, okay, being this resource. I feel this is mirrored back in your situation. So this situation, this person comes with this beautiful new beginning of love after a period of reflection and time and much needed sort of transformation. Okay, and look at this beautiful palace. So I'm getting that 10 pentacles in the upright, the 10 cups. It's like the long-term building, the long-term place where we can stay, the palace where we can stay, where we're aiming towards here. So I feel like the situation is going to mirror you, is what I feel, when you're, whatever you put out there with true love and creativity comes back to you when the time is right. When you reach a certain point in this sort of journey itself, your understanding, because you understand through teaching others, you heal through teaching others, you connect to a certain part of yourself, and as you transform, the situation also transforms. But yeah, I feel you can no longer sort of stay in a situation that's been unclear and not providing you certainty. Two of Wands in reverse. You can't take a choice or an option down a road that's not available to you. So you have no other choice but to go and focus on something else here. So this is what I have, pile 1. This is beautiful energy. It taps into all areas of your life. Your emotional, your creative, and I feel it does pay you in the material world as well, because I feel like the King of Wands knows how to attain wealth, knows how to get what he wants. And so I feel like you're embracing this sort of King of Wands energy, and you'll have victory. Okay, so this is what I have, pile number 1. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2, you guys have sunrise. And the first thing I saw when I saw this arrow was like the stock market. Something on the rise, but obviously the sun's all about enlightenment, seeing clearly, like the joy is coming, and it's coming from behind these mountains, and mountains could be stuck things, fixed things, blocks, obstacles, but I feel like we see this sun, and I'm getting like really a financial thing from this arrow, so if you've been in a period, I feel, of not having the resources you probably need financially, or the resource, it could be anything at all, needing that studio or needing that thing in order for it to support the growth of a business, or for you to lay your roots in something here. I feel like the obstacles are sort of parting here, and there's this new insight or clarity around how you can gain what you need, or something's on the rise here. And for a lot of you guys, it could be your clientele is on the rise, or if you're, have a platform, maybe you're going viral, something like this, okay? Like you're being recognized, you're being seen amongst the shadows, or the other people, or the competition that's been sort of blocking you or your success in some way here. So lots is coming through here with this. Let's take a look. What is this unexpected event that's going to drastically change your world? Wow. So we have live in the moment. Beautiful. I love this. Living in the moment. And we have fulfillment. Yes, with the sun. I love this. Love, love, love it. We have play. Oh my goodness. Look at how light this energy is, right? We have new growth. Beautiful. For those of you guys new here, I don't pick these. I just shuffle them. I haven't even looked at them. So we don't take words so literal, though it's mostly energy that I'm going to be tapping into here. We have older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. Okay. I feel so far that we're very experienced in this, in something here, or we've given it a lot of our dedication to something here. Okay, so we have the rain. Which way does it go? Rain, storm, lightning, and this looks like the shore and the seashore. Okay, storm, stormy weather. Fall in love with your own story, 54. Number 9. Spiritual teacher, number 20. This came out in the collective reading. You might resonate with that. You're being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. Wow. Beautiful. We had teacher pull out in pile 1 as well, for those of you guys connected to pile 1. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Beautiful. And here we have the Oracle of Delphi. Wowzers. This is High Priestess energy. Although I am being called to read this. Give me a sec here. For those of you guys who are sitting throughout the card layout. I don't want this to fall. Move these right here. Sorry. So let's see. Still getting comfortable with these cards, but it's giving me you sort of taking the role. Like, you're no longer just kind of this observing participant here in your own world. So like you're really tapping into your intuition here. Okay, so the Pythia, or the priestess of Delphi, sits upon a high 3-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground nearby. A robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll, while the Pythia physically receives the perceptions from Apollo. It is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the 2 important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Oh, wow. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take note as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations, just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness. Your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. Holy camole. So yes, High Priestess energy for sure, because it's tapped into intuition and it's the psychic ability. I think a lot of you guys might be tapped to or tying to pile 1 as well. Psychic gifts, 100% here. Wow. Okay, and then we have gift. 17 is the star energy. Star is all about our destiny, our vision for the future. And here, look at this gift. You guys are a gift. And your wish, your hope, your destined future here is being unfolded here. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at that despair. So I feel like in order for us to reach the peak, we've come from the bottom here. We've come to the bottom, from the bottom, and I feel like with this loyalty, the dog at our feet, I think we've been very loyal and dedicated to our own healing, to our own vision, to where we were headed, to what we wanted to invest in, so that we could become fulfilled. So I feel we're coming from a lot of suffering. And look, not hiring. A lot of you guys, like I said, from a place where we didn't have the resource, or we weren't being maybe financially supported by the universe here. Okay, there was some sort of resource missing. Financially, maybe we were stuck. Look at the house. This is all about stability, structure, our home. I'm getting 4th house energy here. Home, roots, family, emotions, foundations. Okay. Wow. Okay, and then we have the happiness guru. Okay, let me sit with this energy, you guys, and see what we... Yeah, this is definitely this energy here. Okay, let's see. Okay, beautiful people, your world's completely about to shift, and it's so light, like it's making me smile, and I'll be smiling while I'm channeling this reading. My cheeks hurt. And I feel it's a shift for you guys because I feel it's been so heavy. Some of you guys literally, like financially, you're really in the outs. And if it's not money wise, then it's resources, the people, the support, the structure, like everything around you was, I think, completely the opposite of what you needed. Turbulent, nothing was stable, or you didn't know what would stay, what would go. You couldn't rely on anyone or anything, you know, and some of you guys maybe literally physically couldn't, I don't know, pay your bill or whatever was, you couldn't trust your situation. It wasn't supporting you. I felt like the universe wasn't holding you up or providing anything there, although the universe was always beside you. And I feel like you never lost out. I think you were loyal to an understanding that you had because you're very spiritual. I was going to say intellectually spiritual. Intellect generally comes from the mind, but I feel this is more of a spiritual, intellectual being here that understands that the divine works however the divine works. And for us, our job is only to trust in the divine. And I feel this is what you've done. And so I feel like where you've been investing for quite some time in that baby of yours, you know, whatever it may be, that project, that pursuit of the vision, whatever the thing you're creating, painting, writing, acting, singing, dancing, YouTube channel, whatever the thing is here, it's about to take off. It's about to take off, and you're going to be in an energy where you don't even have to grind. You don't even have to try. Okay? And I feel like you're coming into an energy that frees yourself from any of the suffering here of the past because of your balancing karma of providing your magic, your teaching, your spiritual healing to the world here. And so I feel like you're a gift to the world by sharing your psychic ability, your knowledge, your teaching the people around you this sacred knowledge. You're being fed information from the divine, lots of psychic ability here. Okay, and in turn, you're being gifted. Your reward here is the stability, the security, the environment that was turbulent. The people you were missing are now around you. The support you needed is now here. The finances you needed to pay your bills is here. The location you need in order to run your studio is arrived. And the competition is no longer blocking. Whatever obstacle is no longer in the way. You're being seen. And I feel like you are an enlightened being here. You know, a very enlightened being here by keeping it real. And so I feel like you're completely fulfilled. And the fulfillment doesn't come because now we have all the money and success. The fulfillment comes because we've detached from the expectation that we might have once carried that created the suffering. That we are falling in love with our own self and how it unfolds. We're falling in love with the person of who we are and how we're able to deliver without a spiritual ego, but falling in love with what we're seeing, what we're experiencing from the people around us, the joy that we see when we provide service to others. It fills the soul unlike anything else. And so every time we contribute ourselves to another, when we're in service to another, when we create something out of the heart place, you know, out of a heart place that has no expectation, that has a genuine, beautiful intention to just provide healing, to be of service, to be of gift. And we lighten the energy. We now enjoy what we're doing because we're detached from any expectation, any of the suffering here that's created the conflict. And in turn, the energy shifts, and now we get exactly what we want. This is true manifestation. For those of you guys who know the law of attraction, because when we vibrate high, when we are in light energy, joyful, playful, grateful, fulfilled, healed, and offering this to the ones around us, we then get that back in return. And this is exactly what's happening. So I feel like the event here, something's about to either take off or the obstacles are going to be completely removed that you're faced with right now. And I feel like you're going to see it very clearly, and you're going to know for sure that it is a gift from the divine to you. There is no guessing. There's no mysterious work. There's no having to interpret our dreams. All these synchronicities and downloads that are cryptic coming to us. This is going to be an apparent, right here, right now, 3D gift to you. Because you're going to see, wow, like you see, you see the studio, you see your viral video, you see your clientele jump, you see the creation come to fruition, you see the right people around you, either allowing you to feel safe and secure and a promising place here rather than feeling desolate and left out. So let's see, spirits, what is this sort of final message that pile 2 needs to know about this unexpected event, that they're needing to know about this massive life change, this unexpected event that's going to shift their world completely? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you, spirits. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed. So, because we have so many viewers here, we can't pinpoint the exact event, but it is, like I said, because we're all unique spiritual beings here, but our contribution to what we've been working on, is about to shift, and the environment in which we were trying to pull this off or do this, I feel had a lot of obstacles, or there was things that were getting in the way here that are going to be removed. So now we can soar, now we can fly. Beautiful. Okay, so 7 cups, lots of opportunity. And I feel like a door opens here, that I feel a door that might have been closed is now open. It's now cracked open. And so all you need to do is walk through this door, and walk through the door. Okay. So resilient, spiritual warrior who's been through battle. And this is like, I will not give up. This proves this energy. I've been through battle. No one supported me, or there was nothing there. There was nothing here except for turbulent seas. And all I had was the trust in the divine, and maybe in my own ability or some inner knowing. But I'm a fighter, and I don't give up. And therefore, here's the door. 2 pentacles, the choice is ours to walk through the door. This is about balance, and 2 pentacles is generally 2 separate balls we see up in the air, up and down, turbulent. But to me, with the yin yang, I'm getting more balanced energy. The dark, the shadow, coming into balance, coming into union, putting the 2 balls that were up in the air, which sometimes talks about not having the right resources or finances, is now solid, is now coming together, is now balanced. 9 swords, the anxiety around this. Okay, so we had a lot of anxiety around this. And the inner speak, mental speak that we'd have, it won't work out. What am I doing here? I don't have enough thing. Is this even worth it? Should I continue? Am I trusting the wrong thing? Like, I don't know if this is the right path, or whether I will get to the studio, or whether, my YouTube channel is even something I should commit to. Like, there's a lot of this sort of 9 swords speak because of the fact that something was not yet manifested or seen in this 3D world that's about to come together. So 3 pentacles about to come together, the creation, and look at the ladder, is all about ascension. And now we can see from a more elevated perspective here, the creation, rather than it be in this sort of mystical world, like I said, through dreams. Like, there's a knowing, but now there's a seeing in the pentacle realm. So 10 pentacles in reverse, that's this energy, and 4 pentacles. So I feel like a lot of us were in an energy where we felt we couldn't get out of a situation that wasn't something we could hang our hat on, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like there was no long-term vision of stability that could be created on that ground. And so we needed something solid here, okay? I'm really getting with Four Pentacles, the solidness of a Four Pentacle, the stability to grow upon. And I feel like we never even had the Four Pentacles to rely on. And so we're like, well, if I don't even have stability here with my environment, with the people or the situation in which I'm with, like, how will I ever build my empire, you know? And this doesn't have to be a empire of wealth and material things so much as my empire of what I'm contributing. You know, what's it for? What am I building? Is it sustainable? Is it even going to be rewarding to me financially, materially? So I think there was a lot of anxiety around this. And I feel like we were stuck in an energy that wouldn't let us go. Okay, and I say wouldn't let us go, but I feel like we had to ascend. We had to go climb through all of these rungs to get to a point where we could then see how much is in our hands to walk through this door, you know, to allow the chips to sort of fall. So now we can let the divine unfold as it may. And this, I feel, is what sort of allows the situation to crack open here. So Page of Cups in reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So cups are all about emotions. I feel like emotionally, there's a lot of blocks. Okay, there's a lot of blocks here emotionally. And I feel like these blocks were what was creating the situation from escalating, from being resolved. Because when we're emotionally low vibe, it's not working. We're not trusting emotionally, energetically, the energy in which we're in for something to manifest. It controls and dictates whether this thing, you know, manifests or not. So I feel like there's a recognition here, you know, because this is all about choices. Do I want to stick around, invest in a situation here that feels desolate, not producing, not working with me? It's up in the air. It might be turbulent. I have to choose. I have to choose. And I have to see if it's not emotionally respecting me. If I know my own self-worth, I then have to act in a way that respects my self-worth. I have to give myself emotional fulfillment. I cannot stay where it's not emotionally fulfilling. And so I feel like you open the door to something different than what you're used to here. So I'm going to pull clarity here for the Page of Cups and this Ace of Cups, just to confirm what I'm picking up here, just to see, because what's confusing me is this is in the future position. So why is this Page of Cups in the reverse? Why is this Page of Cups in the reverse here? Justice in reverse, Libra energy, and why is this Ace of Cups in reverse? Which is pretty much almost the same thing. We have an Emperor and we have the Devil in reverse. Oh my goodness. You guys, these readings, I swear, and the Queen of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands. So Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, more Libra energy. Okay. So, some of you guys are dealing with, I'll take this into context, okay? I feel like there's someone in your world, because I don't feel this is your energy, but for some I do. So I'm going to give you two scenarios here. In your world, you've been emotionally starved, I feel here. Okay, and that's when I was picking up the environment here. And I do feel there's a lack of resources too, but I just feel down and out. 5 Pentacles, which ties back to how you're emotionally feeling. And I feel there's an Emperor energy here. And this Emperor energy, which represents divine masculine energy, is someone here in which you were involved with that might have been perpetuating some sort of devil energy in your world. So the devil is, or there's chains to us in some part of our life. And here we're seeing 2 cups. So in the emotional house, of feeling stuck to a situation here that was unhealthy. Okay, and I feel it is a person, although for some of you guys, this is where we feel so stuck, we can't get empowered to step into our emperor energy, where we can take action, where we are empowered to break free from the chains of whatever had us sort of stuck in our world, emotionally unsatisfied, bringing unjust situations in front of us because our vibe is low. So if you've been involved with someone here who's been holding you back, who's been in devil energy, who's been involved in a situation here emotionally not present, I feel like there is this detaching, because this devil's detaching from the devil in order to get empowered here, to recognize some sort of injustice here, and potentially recognizing this need for an apology and a need for a new beginning, an emotional new beginning, to come forward to say, I'm sorry things were unjust, I'm sorry the situation was, taking care of karmas and injustices here, by recognizing that we weren't I don't know, we didn't apologize, or we were just unjust in a situation here, and so therefore it couldn't be emotionally satisfying. There's a block in a new beginning of emotional satisfaction here. And so I feel like this emperor energy is pulling through as detaching from the binds of the devil here, in order to recognize how whatever the situation was going on with you was unjust. So if you have a business partner who is unjust, and they're coming forward here of seeing the error of their ways. If you have your own sort of self-speak that was keeping you stuck in devil, why you could not, and things could not make you emotionally happy because of an inability for you to be empowered, and so things were imbalanced and unjust in your world. When it came to this creative thing, you're now breaking from this devil in order to take action, to walk through the door, to bring the justice here, to see clearly, to take action, to see clearly. Yeah, take action. So, yeah, whatever you guys resonate with here, because I am feeling it could be both ways for you guys, but the best way to sort of make things happen in our world is to break any illusion that we're held back to someone or something that doesn't allow us to be empowered or to act when we can. And so I feel like the emotions are really tied to this inability, and this presented an imbalance here, an unjust situation. And I think what you do here is, with the 7 cups, in this one specifically, is cut through this confusion by walking through a door here that presents itself as open once we see it. Once we see it. And it's interesting how all these cards, because normally 2 pentacles, very separated up in the air, those are all together. 7 cups, confusion. And here's 1 door is open, and there's only one option here. Okay, so all these things that were either up in the air, confusing, unjust, even Miss 4 Pentacles, what I was getting, I wasn't getting someone who is too scared to take risks. I was getting a need for stability, but we couldn't sit down because of the snake. And so it's like our environment. It's like, I don't feel safe here. I can't sit on this chest. I'm going to get bitten by the snake. So how can I build here? So all the traditional meanings are kind of shifted in this reading, which I find very interesting here. Okay, but this is what I have, pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you. I love you very much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels, pile number 3. You guys picked the hanging out at the mall with the nostalgia. What could this unexpected event be that's going to drastically change your world? Interesting. Well, what first kind of pulled through here is a group of friends is kind of what pulled through with this mall, because I feel like only when you're an adult do you ever really go to the mall because you need something, you know where you're going, you go in and out. But when you're younger, you go and you hang out with your friends at the mall, which is the nostalgia, you go there with your friends. So I'm getting friends here, okay? But I want to see, like, I'm not sure what the messaging is. So use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether this messaging is right for you. So we have the drill sergeant. I'm getting the security guard at the mall. What's that movie? Not Mall Rats, but the security guard at the mall. That's funny. Okay, thoughts. I don't want to do it that way because we're going to ruin the cards. Okay, so thoughts. 16, or the number 7. Believe you are magic. Wow. Lots of magic pulling through my readings lately. You guys must be so magical. Beautiful. And look, this is a painter. Okay, he's painted a portrait of a woman here. So creative energy pulling through. We have illumination. Although this card doesn't give a whole bunch of illumination, I see like rain clouds. A need for illumination. Okay, abundance. Beautiful. And we have live from your heart. Wow, those trees. And we have clarity, illumination. And look, this clarity is dark. There's a need for clarity here, you guys. Okay, and we have hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Okay, we don't take words so literal here. And then we have dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Well, we were getting friends from that. Okay, and for those of you guys new here, I don't look at these cards, okay, at all. I don't pull them either. I just shuffle, and whatever we see together, I just ask the question of the reading that I post, and then that's how the cards are sort of shuffled out. And rarely do I ever, do they turn over on me. I make sure that I kind of go slow, and I don't usually put it on film, only because it takes quite some time to go through. Like sometimes it's, I don't know, it could be like 20 different packs here or more, right? So here we have the shepherd leading the sheep. Sheep mall. Look at the doors open and the sheep are being guided. I know I say sheep mall, but sort of the sheep hang out at the mall. Okay, interesting. The sheep don't literally hang out at the mall. You know what I'm saying. Okay, overrate your intuition. Overrate your intuition. Wow. 2. Okay, High Priestess energy. Self-love. Number 3, you are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. And past life connections. 18, you're currently healing past life wounds. And we have surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in your relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. And surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. And finally, we have a fated meeting here. 2 people meeting at this clock tower, which is so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys. This gave me such deja vu just now. In Winnipeg, there's a mall called Portage Place. And in Portage Place, I don't know, this is hitting me when I was like 14, maybe 15, in between 14 to 16, in that range. We used to meet, me and my friends, at the clock tower. And the clock tower was this huge, well, it was huge at the time, but it fit in the mall, but the mall had tall ceilings. And the clock tower was where people would always go meet, at the Portage Place clock tower. It looked almost like this, except it was green. And right in front of it was a fountain. And inside of this clock tower, there is a time capsule that they're opening in, I think, 2065 or something like this, or 2084, I don't know, but a time capsule under there. And we'd meet there, generally if we were going to the movies, or whatever. Maybe we were just going to go hang out, but we'd always meet here. And back in the day, we didn't have cell phones. So we'd say at, 12:05 or 8 till 5 or whatever time we're meeting at. So we'd know because the clock is right there. And I would have dreams for many times about this fountain. And inside this clock tower, there's an elevator on the other side, I think. Unless this was my dream, and this was a while ago. And you could go up or you could go down. I think it might be confusing with another mall, but you could go up and down in this elevator. And in one of my dreams, I went up, 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 up in this elevator so high that I started to come down after, like free falling. And we would normally wake up, you know, when we're free falling. And here I'm experiencing this free fall throughout the whole thing. And it was almost exhilarating. But it, to me now, it's so coming together, like the ascension, the descending, coming together, fated meeting, the water talking about emotions. I'm going to have to put this all together for you guys, but it's a major download coming through with this fated meeting. So let me sit here with your energy, and then I'll get into what this is for you. Okay. You guys, beautiful hearts. You guys are so beautiful, and I don't think you see it in yourself at all, and it's impacting your relationships or your connections, and I don't think you want it to. Like, if you had a choice, you would wave a magic wand and do all these things that I feel you want to do, you know, and say and be and do. And so you have this magic within you, and there's abundance to be had. And I feel for a lot of you guys, you know, with this fated meeting, there could certainly be a connection, a relationship, something here that I feel is requiring there to be a shift in your energy. And the shift here is to see the beauty from within you. It's opening your heart space, but your heart space for yourself, to understand your own self-worth, to kind of get out of the mind speak that you have, because I feel like you're the one communicating to yourself that either you're incapable or not good enough, or for whatever reason you cannot, you know, and I feel like you're really wanting a shift here. And I think for a lot of you guys, maybe you're not even sure how this formed, this sort of, you know, whatever, if you want to call it a deficiency, maybe, because it's sort of limiting you. It's limiting your connection, your ability to maybe show up, you know, and I feel like your emotions are sort of wrapped into all of this. And I feel like you're being blessed with this illumination, which is coming here and providing you clarity in the dark aspect of your shadow, which has been, I don't know, trauma from a past life. I feel you've been carrying this heaviness for some time, and maybe all of this lifetime, you know, like this judgment of self, or this lack of belief in self, these thoughts that have been sort of coming up in our minds that's now limits us from connecting, socially engaging in a way that actually connects, you know, so we could be present but be closed off. And I just feel like one of the group, but I feel like we're now really, really, really being guided and led out of this energy we've been in for some time, because I feel like there is either a person, and it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic so much here, but I feel like a person that is, I don't know, like either they've like I said, waiting for you at the clock tower. I think you're meeting someone at the clock tower, you know, like and if you didn't listen to the card layout, there's this card who came through very profound to me, because we used to meet at the clock tower in the mall, at the Portage Place Mall here in Winnipeg, was always meeting at the clock tower. And it's funny because new people I talk to are from Winnipeg, and if this comes up, they're like, yeah, I used to meet my friends always at the clock tower. So it was like a Winnipeg thing, you know, of course, from my generation. You know, from my generation, it was meeting at the clock tower. And so even if you were going on a date, So you don't know the person, although we wouldn't really do it that way because we didn't have internet really or phones so much in the day. So if you didn't really know, it would be for sure the clock tower, because you know where the clock tower is and you could meet to that person. So I feel like there is somewhere you got to be. You got to be. You don't got to be anywhere, but you feel you have to be there. You want to show up for someone. Okay, and you're putting your hand out to the universe. Like, you want to show up. Because I feel like you don't want to let this person down, but I feel like you also don't want to let yourself down. But I feel like you have an understanding of yourself that isn't completely accurate here, because you're not seeing the beauty in yourself. And so what event happens here is that you're breaking through this dark thought, this limiting thought of perceiving yourself in a certain way, and trusting in the magic of your intuition, of who you really truly are, that is not seen right now, but that you know is underneath, because you know that the truth is that you are a divine being that's worthy of love. That if you don't feel on the outside self-love, you know that on the inside you're deserving of receiving love. And I feel you've connected with someone. You've connected, or you understand that you're about to connect with someone, or that you have to meet someone at a certain time or place, or make yourself available. You don't stand this person up, and so you got to show up. Okay, you got to show up. And I don't know how many times, I waited at the clock tower and someone didn't show up. It wasn't a good feeling. Where's your friend? And you don't have your cell phone, and then you got to bus it back home. And then your friend calls you and says, "Ooh, shoot, like my dad couldn't drive me," or whatever happened. And so when you said you're meeting at the clock tower, you meet at the clock tower. Drill sergeant, like you never say, "I'm going to meet at the clock tower," if you're not sure or if you're iffy. So I feel like you want to meet and show up how you said, and your word is kind of good here, And so now it becomes, how do I do this? How do I do this? And so you figure out how to do this, and by observing your own negative self-speak and thoughts that was limiting you, shining the light on the true beauty, which is beneath this, that you're worthy of love, that you're a being of God, that there's abundance in connection, that you can attain abundance. Your heart space is opening. So the only thing that matters here is your feeling from the heart. That's not driven by the world around you and everything else that's made you sort of follow in just your day in, day out routine. This is you sort of being guided by this shepherd towards this path with this specific person, group of people, friends. I feel it's one person here, but it could be your soul tribe, your soul group, one sort of energy, though, that like I said, is really connecting to this guiding energy of yours. But I mean, you truly have to be the shepherd in your own life. But I feel like you feel like someone's by your side, like you are being assisted. Someone's holding your hand, because I feel like you've been putting out your hand and feeling very stuck and trapped. And I feel like this has been blocking energy from allowing you to sort of come out in some way. And so now, instead of looking out, and we're sort of like blocked here, I feel like someone's grabbed our hand, has pulled us out. And because of this elevator, again, if you watch the card layout, my dream, I'm in this clock tower, and the elevator is going very, 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 very high. Like very, very high, and I can't see on one side, and the other side is glass. And so I'm not sure which way to face, because it's scary to look out the glass side, but then at the same time, it's like, if it's all dark and you're looking at the thing, you're not sure. So it's like, it couldn't really escape. I'd either have to look, or, I don't know, be in the dark, and then all of a sudden I'm free falling. And I'm free falling, but I trust that I'm not going to die because I'm inside this elevator. But it's a feeling of not being in control and sort of allowing the elevator to do what it needs to do here. I feel like and it's such an intense feeling, you know, and it's like a roller coaster, almost like I'm feeling going up and then you're going down. And so I feel like there's more here. There's energy here that's sorting through, because let's see. I'm going to pull the tarot because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to communicate what I'm feeling here. But Spirit, what does pile 3 then need to know about this sort of unexpected life event here that's going to drastically change their world? And what is pile 3 needing to know about this drastic life change because of this event? What do they need to know? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here doing your reading. Okay, Page of Swords. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. And then the Queen of Swords. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Need to get clear, need to understand, need to take action. This is interesting because this was pulling through for pile 2. So a need to take action. This would be very interesting if this is the Emperor energy from pile 2. Only if you resonate with that without ruining that whole reading here. But this is exactly what we saw here. You could potentially be meeting with someone here who has some sort of expectation, or maybe your expectation, you know, of what you're supposed to say and do here and take action on has to become clear to you. Or maybe you feel someone else is expecting you to take action on something that is unclear to you. Temperance, yeah, need, like, because there's the up, the down. It's a need for balance, a need to show up in the right energy in order for there to be cohesion. You know, you working with someone else that's cohesive, that could create, that's in balance. There's something imbalanced here. Sagittarius energy, 4 Pentacles. This came out for pile 2. 4 Pentacles is a held back energy, feeling stuck, hanging on to something that we can't let go of, because if we let go of it, we're sort of at risk in some way. So it's like the comfort zone here, but look at the snake. It's not very comfortable here with the snake around. Ace of Wands, something you'll passionately pull towards. New beginning, inspired action. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is the loving, compassionate, giving, creative queen, intuitive queen. Something's blocked here. Emotional expression to go after the passion we have, the desire we have towards someone. 8 of Wands in reverse. So we don't take the action, or we're blocked. Communication might have been blocked. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's a stuck energy. Stuck. A Star in reverse. Losing hope, not seeing the vision. Aquarius energy. And here we have 7 of Cups, which came over pile 2. Confusion, having too many options, needing to choose wisely. And in this one, we have the one door, the one choice. The door opens. We have no other choice but to walk through this door. I feel like this door, this opportunity is to go to the clock tower. I think today, you don't see it because with this illumination, like I said, this is the darkest illumination I've ever seen. This is the darkest clarity I've ever seen. Clarity should be yellow, bright, white, dark, okay, cloudy, stormy, dark. And so I feel like we don't see today the clarity. We don't understand. We're not sure which door we're supposed to go through. Things are still confusing. We might be losing hope, or we might not have the vision, because I feel like we're in an environment here that's too held back to a security of sorts, that I feel with this snake is going to get very uncomfortable. But also I feel like we're needing to heal heal certain parts of self and be very aware of our healing and be very aware of where we are held back, where we can no longer hang back because we're creating an imbalance in our world. And I feel this is what you do. You see the clarity here. And I feel like someone at the clock tower, something you want to give to, love, abundance, someone maybe that was pouring love to you, okay, that I feel you're wanting to pursue here, this opportunity, okay, a creative pursuit, a person, a thing here that's full of love, because it fills you with wonder here. I feel is stuck unless you walk through this door. And so this is something you have to get clear of and take action on. And I feel this is exactly what you do. But again, we have divine will, but this is your unexpected event that pulls through. The door opens. What do? Do you go to the fated meeting to meet at the watchtower or the clock tower? I'm going to pull 3 cards kind of as a final wrap up here, because I feel like there's an understanding of an opportunity here. And there's also an understanding that you can walk through this door, to believe in the magic of you kind of choosing that option to go to the clock tower. And I don't feel like you have that in the past. Yeah, choice, lovers. Look at that. For a lot of you guys, it is a love relationship, choosing to walk down the destined path of a person here. A fated meeting. This is all the stars about destiny. The lovers is your destined partner. It's about a choice. Gemini energy. Gemini is about communication, expressing self authentically. There's a choice here in front of you guys. Ace of Swords. And I think a lot of you guys are unclear today. I'm not sure how to take action. I'm not sure how to communicate. And not decisive on your vision, with the star in reverse, like your vision of a future. And so I feel like you might have certainly lost hope in your ability to take action, to see clearly. But I feel like there's a need to embrace some sort of honest truth and see the greatness within yourself that we're disconnected from here in order for us to be able to choose. And this is what presents itself to you in way of open door that could significantly change your life. Now, whether you walk through it or not, I think we don't see anyone walking through Page of Pentacles in reverse, because for all of you guys, it's different. Oh, this one fell. And it's different because we can either follow the opportunity, or we can either deny the opportunity and not walk through the door. The choice is going to be yours. But you have to lean into an authentic truth and pick up the sword of truth and take action. Otherwise, the opportunity won't manifest. It'd be blocked here, but it presents itself. And because we've got Gemini, Ace of Swords, and the Page, this is all communication, communication, communication. Okay, so I think we need to communicate a great truth in regards to a choice. And I feel like the timing is very important here, because I feel like if we don't meet at that time, then I feel like our friends leave the mall, and the mall also closes at a certain time. So if we say we have to meet at a certain time, we can't sort of leave someone hanging here. End of cycle, victory. So the world is closing out a major chapter in our world where we were not seeing, or we might have not have believed in our own magic power here. And the magic power is really just us tapping to our divine being inside that's worthy of self-love or abundance or intuition. Okay, and so I feel like we surrender the negative thoughts in order for us to close out that pattern so that we can have success and victory and a choice. Because I feel you guys want victory. This would require us being seen with the Six of Wands coming out. 6 Wands coming out, being seen, being victorious, being appreciated, and the world and the Six of Wands both talk about success, graduation, being victorious, successful conclusion, and a successful winning. So I feel like we win when we're seen, when we aren't afraid to be seen. We have success when we're visible. We can put behind us all the challenges and tribulations and trials and tribulations when we express and are seen here. Okay, but I feel we have to be honest and communicate and take action in order for us then to be victorious. But if we meet at the clock tower, there's no doubt you're victorious. There's no doubt you put behind you any sort of past energy that keeps you stuck, specifically when it comes to your own self-love and attaining abundance and seeing this beautiful, magical being that you are here. You got 9 cups, emotional fulfillment, you get your wish. And the star we saw in reverse, which is losing hope of not attaining what you want. There's the 9 cups is attaining exactly what you want in order to have emotional fulfillment for self and for conquering something here in your own world that I feel has taken time to conquer, to slay whatever illusions or whatever thoughts or negative thinking was going on. You slay it, and you slay it in a way of leaning into truth, taking action on truth here. Okay, so this is what I see. Beautiful pile number 3. I love you so, so much. I am done, and I wish you guys the very best. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.